Hi, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the most common fears that people with psoriasis or eczema have, and that is that they are going to end up lonely or not finding dating prospects because of their skin condition. And this is something that most people may or may not express while they are signing up to work with me, and eventually when I start working with them, I do realize this is one of their fears, even if they've not mentioned it earlier. So I thought that I would address it in free and interactive Zoom masterclass because it's sensitive and personal. I thought that way we can get to discuss this in an intimate surrounding in a Zoom masterclass, which is going to be held sometime in December. I'm thinking second week. I'm not sure about the date or the time yet, but I will put up an interest list in the description box below where you can sign up to get notified about the details about the masterclass when it's going to be ready to be shared. Okay, so now coming back to the topic about this fear that people have of ending up lonely because they have a skin condition which they think makes them look unattractive, or people question how they're going to have healthy babies in the case of marriage. Then I understand that it can feel very it can feel worrisome. It can worry you, especially nowadays. Most people are going through there is this loneliness epidemic, and then on top of it, if you have a skin condition, I can understand it makes it worse. It makes you worry more and think that your chances are reduced. Therefore, I wanted to address some of the lies, and also these are the topics which I'm going to cover in the masterclass in more depth, and also be interacting with you if you choose to participate live. Then what happens, but I'm going to touch on them a little bit, and since I don't have the bandwidth to go into depth and also give all the tools that I generally have for people inside the program, I'm going to touch upon a little bit so that you can get a sense of what I'm going to be discussing inside the masterclass, and also help you if you are someone who has this fear. Okay, so there is a lot of untruths, a lot of lies about finding love and getting married and loneliness. And that doesn't have to be regarding psoriasis or eczema. So for that matter, what I mean is that I would like to ask you some questions and you can answer them in the comments below, or you can just answer them by yourself. If you're comfortable, put them in the comments. Have you noticed people around you who do not have psoriasis or eczema, who are also struggling in dating or finding their partner? Or there are people who are married and they're still struggling, right? They are also going through bouts of loneliness. So your dating or your marriage status has nothing to do with loneliness. Loneliness is something that all human beings by default feel, and there is a reason for it, which again, I don't want to go into very much details here because I won't be able to give the whole spiel that I have about this whole thing, which I think is really one of the most important reasons. One of the most important, once you know this, you're able to overcome and understand that you're not the only one who's going through this. We are programmed to feel lonely, and that is exactly why in order to overcome this loneliness, we try many things and we go on this path of self-discovery and self-love, which is exactly the purpose of this whole birth. And then if we didn't feel lonely, we wouldn't try to understand what exactly do we want and need in order to feel loved and supported. And that is exactly the journey that we are supposed to go on in this lifetime, through various means, yes. And if for some that means finding success in work, for some that means healing their skin condition, for some it means getting material success. But eventually, self-discovery and knowing yourself and being able to be your partner, being able to be your friend is what gets you there. And often we look at something outside of us. I said I'm not going to go deep, but I am ending up going deep. Okay, so sometimes, most people, most of the times, we believe that something outside of us is going to give us that feeling of safety, love, and support. And that is often not the case. So that's a huge journey. In fact, our life's journey to be our best friend and to be our romantic partners first, in order to be able to attract all those things on the outside. The things that we think are going to make us feel loved are actually not the things that is going to make you feel loved. And that you can easily see when you see people who have all these things, the things that they thought are going to make them feel happy and loved and supported and get them validation. Once they have it and then they still don't feel it, that is when they get depressed. And how do I know that? I observe people, I read a lot, and this is practically my work now. So this is exactly what happens. So it's better you start now if you're feeling all those feelings of loneliness and isolated. Then I would suggest that this is a great place to start on your journey of self-discovery. Another lie that people have about psoriasis in general, obviously, is that it's not curable, and therefore they feel that they are going to be doomed with this skin condition, and therefore they're going to eventually not find a partner, because why would anyone want to date someone with this kind of weird looking skin? It would make them feel not attracted to them. So that's not true. The fact that it's not curable, it's very much curable. You have to understand why it's happening in the first place, and it's because of unresolved emotional patterns which make you which make you stressed, which make you worry, and then eventually not make you digest your food, and then these undigested food become toxins and then create all these scales and patches on your body, on your skin. So that's really the very simplistic explanation of why you have psoriasis. It's not because of a particular food item, it's just that your digestive system is not efficient because of all the negative thoughts that you have non-stop, and therefore you're not able to digest the food, which someone else who doesn't have all these negative thoughts can do it much easier. So all you have to do is be able to recognize those unfriendly negative thoughts that you have. So you remember, you have to be your best friend, so you have to get rid of those unfriendly negative thoughts, and there is actually a way to release them through your body in a way that you can feel it, and that's what my program is based on. So yeah, and that's what you have to do. It's not about a particular food or medicine and so on. So that's that. And another thing I want to mention is that I know many people have this thing of saying, you know, that person did not, and I know this might be a little harsh to hear, but many people say that or like to believe that someone rejected me because of psoriasis and so on, and therefore, you know, that person doesn't deserve me. But you have to understand from their point of view, if they don't know you, and whether they, you know, whether you dated them or you met them through an arranged marriage setup. The harsh truth is that subconsciously, men, women, more so men, when they're looking for a partner, well, they're looking for beauty. What is beauty? Beauty is basically, you know, good luscious hair, your you know, nice clean nails, good skin, someone who's not overweight. Why do people look for like slim bodies, moderately slim, like not overweight bodies? Why? Because that means they are looking for someone who is going to be a good like who's going to be a healthy mother, someone who has healthy body, who can bear their kids, right? And similarly for obviously the woman, because she's looking for someone who will be around to help her raise her kids and support them, right? So for that, the person needs to be healthy, have a healthy body. And how do you have a healthy body? Well, most people don't think about it consciously, but subconsciously an unhealthy body, like I said, is because of some unhealthy emotions and an unhealthy mind. So it's psychosomatic, remember? So it first comes in the psyche, it comes in the mind, and then it goes on to your body. So someone who is constantly stressed or negative or sulking or angry or prone to worrying would not be really a pleasant person to be around with. Like, think about it. Would you want to be with someone who's sulking all the time, angry or getting irritated or snapping all the time? Or would you want to be around someone who's jovial and happy-go-lucky and unfazed by the bigger problems of life, small or big? They're unfazed by it. Obviously, anyone would choose that. So obviously people do not think like, oh, that person is emotionally unstable or something. I'm like saying this is a very subconscious signal to someone else when you don't have, you know, your health on point, which is also any reason, you know, many men worry about getting balding, because that again signals there's something going on. Not that the girl actually actively thinks, unless maybe she's read and aware of all these things, that, oh, you know what, he's balding and therefore he's probably not emotionally stable. But it's a subconscious signal. All this is not to say that you are not worthy of getting married or dating because you have health problems. All this is to say that the health problems are there because of some emotional instability, and emotional instability is not what a healthy partner would seek. And when I say healthy, I mean healthy in mind and body. So for example, just like, you know, we would want someone who's our match in terms of our values, our way of looking at life, our goals in life. We want a match. We don't want someone who's from a completely different mindset. That would not gel. Similarly, a person who's healthy in mind and body, like a healthy person who's emotionally stable and has got a like the health for their age, biologically healthy, they would also not want, why would they go for someone who is not offering that to them? So it's not a match. So you, like I say, there's a saying actually called water finds its level, which means that if you want a high quality partner, you also have to be high quality. And you are not entitled to a high quality partner just because you are born. You have to be also at that level. Just like, you know, you take an exam and you get good grades based on, you know, the effort you've put in, the passion you have towards your subject, and many other factors. Whatever it is, you've spent time focused on a particular subject to get good grades in it. You just didn't get it overnight. You didn't get it by fluke, just by you sitting at an exam. You have to put in an effort. Similarly, if you are desiring high quality partner, someone who's going to love you and make you feel supported, then you also have to be having those qualities. And how can you offer those things to another person when you are constantly worried, when you are constantly getting angry and triggered? Then how do you expect someone else who is calm and stable to be attracted or interested in you? So this is a very unpopular, I'm guessing this is going to be unpopular. I've never said this in any of my videos. This is the first time I'm doing a topic surrounding this topic of loneliness and love and romance. So let's see if this is unpopular or not. Then another thing that I'm going to cover in the masterclass is that what actually gets you love and romance, and it's not being psoriasis free. Like I said, there are people who are psoriasis free, who've never had psoriasis, that is, or any skin condition, and they're still struggling to find love and romance or happiness in their existing marriages, or intimacy in their existing marriages. Like, you know, I'm sure we know of many couples who are married but there is no romance, and you can tell that. So that's not what we want. We are hopeless romantics here, I guess. I feel like since I am a hopeless romantic, that's also the kind of people I attract, you know, in my audience as well as in my programs. I just get the sense that we are all hopeless romantics because they all, like, this is one of the main things and that is on their minds, like I want to get married and all those things. So, and this topic resonates with most people. So we are hopeless romantics. We don't want just a marriage to, you know, be societally accepted. We want a marriage which is like the one that we read in books and movies and all those things. So I'm guessing that's what you want to. So like I said, it's not about being psoriasis free that gets you romance. There are people without psoriasis, without any health conditions, who are struggling to get that. So there are many more things that are involved in getting the romance of your dreams, and we're going to talk about some of the ways, actually 3 quick ways in the masterclass which I will be talking about, that you can get increased love and romance in your life, like right now, not, you know, not like 1 year from now, not nothing like that. 3 quick ways you can increase romance and love in your life and also attract the person of your dreams. And then of course I'm going to discuss some give you examples of some real life stories of people who have been married and they have families despite having psoriasis or eczema. So these are the 4 topics that I have outlined for this Zoom masterclass that I'm going to be doing. As of now, it's planned to be on Zoom so that, you know, we can discuss and we can talk about some things which are sensitive. People might not be comfortable discussing here on a YouTube live. So as of now, it's on Zoom. If it doesn't work out, it'll be on a YouTube live. Let's see how it works. But if you want to know more about the masterclass, then get on that interest list and I will be communicating with you. So until then, see you. Bye.